Once upon a time, in the mystical land of Zephyra, there lived a fierce purple dragon named Zephyra. With scales that shimmered like amethyst under the sun, she soared through the skies, casting shadows over the valleys below. Legends spoke of her power, for she could unleash storms and command the winds, her roar echoing through the mountains like thunder. Zephyra resided atop the cragged peak, a towering mountain surrounded by swirling mists and treacherous cliffs. While many feared her, the villagers of the nearby town of Zephyra whispered tales of her bravery and nobility. They knew that the fierce purple dragon guarded the enchanted forest that lay at the foot of her mountain, a sanctuary for magical creatures and ancient secrets. One fateful day, a dark sorcerer named Malakar sought to harness Zephyra's power for his own wicked desires. With a heart full of greed, he devised a plan to capture her. He crafted a magical cage that could contain even the mightiest of beasts and set forth to the cragged peak under the cover of night. As Malakar approached, Zephyra sensed the disturbance in the air. Her instincts kicked in, and she took to the skies, her wings slicing through the clouds. She spotted the sorcerer as he attempted to ensnare her with his cage. With a fierce roar, she unleashed a torrent of purple flames, illuminating the darkness and sending a shockwave that knocked Malakar off his feet. But the sorcerer was cunning. With a flick of his wrist, he summoned tendrils of shadow that wrapped around Zephyra's wings, trying to pull her down. The fierce dragon struggled, her heart racing as the shadows tightened. In that moment, she remembered the enchanted forest she protected and the creatures that depended on her strength. Drawing upon her inner power, Zephyra summoned the winds. They howled and danced around her, breaking the shadows that bound her. With a mighty flap of her wings, she soared higher, pulling Malakar into the air with her. The sorcerer, realizing his defeat, unleashed a final spell meant to bring her crashing down. But Zephyra was ready. As the dark magic surged toward her, she unleashed a radiant burst of purple fire, intertwining it with the shadows. The explosion lit up the night sky, and for a moment, the world was bathed in a dazzling display of colors. When the light faded, Malakar was gone, banished to a realm of his own making, and the shadows dissipated. As Zephyra hovered above the cragged peak, she let out a triumphant roar that echoed across Zephyra. The villagers of Zephyra cheered, their hearts filled with gratitude for their fierce protector. From that day on, they celebrated Zephyra, the purple dragon, who not only guarded their land, but also taught them the true meaning of courage and resilience. And so the legend of Zephyra lived on, a symbol of strength and spirit, forever etched in the hearts of those she protected. The fierce purple dragon soared through the skies, a guardian of peace in a world filled with magic and wonder. As time passed, Zephyra became a beloved figure in Zephyra. The villagers of Zephyra often gathered at the edge of the enchanted forest, sharing stories about her bravery and the magical wonders that lay within their realm. They built a great stone statue in her honor, depicting her with wings outstretched and a fierce yet benevolent expression, a reminder of her strength and the protection she offered. However, peace is often fleeting in a world filled with magic. Whispers of Malakar's return began to spread through Zephyra. It was said that he had been plotting his revenge in the dark corners of the realm, seeking allies among the forgotten spirits and creatures of shadow. Zephyra, sensing the growing unrest, knew she had to prepare for the challenges that lay ahead. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the land, Zephyra perched atop the cragged peak. The air crackled with tension, and she felt a stirring deep within her. It was time to seek wisdom from the ancient beings that resided in the enchanted forest. With a powerful flap of her wings, Zephyra descended into the heart of the forest, where the trees whispered secrets and the air shimmered with magic. She made her way to the Grove of Elders, a sacred place where the ageless spirits of the forest gathered. The elders, radiant beings shimmering with the colors of the earth, welcomed her with open arms. Zephyra, fierce guardian of Zephyra, one of the elders spoke, her voice like a gentle breeze. "We have sensed the darkness that approaches. Malakar's ambition knows no bounds, and he seeks to plunge the world into chaos once more. I will not let that happen," Zephyra declared, her purple scales gleaming in the dim light. "What must I do to stop him?" The elders shared their knowledge of an ancient artifact known as the Heartstone, a powerful gem said to amplify the strength of its wielder. It had been lost for centuries, hidden deep within the caverns of echoes, a treacherous labyrinth that lay beyond the mountains. The Heartstone was the key to ensuring Malakar could not reclaim his power. Only the pure of heart can retrieve the Heartstone, the eldest elder warned. You must embark on a quest to find it, for it is your bravery and spirit that will guide you through the trials ahead. Determined, Zephyra set forth on her quest, flying over the vast landscapes of Vezara, each flap of her wings resonating with purpose. She journeyed through enchanted valleys and crossed rivers that sparkled like diamonds, all the while gathering allies who believed in her cause. Among them was Lyriel, a skilled archer with emerald eyes and a heart of gold. She had heard tales of Zephyra's valor and was eager to join her in the fight against darkness. Together, they journeyed into the caverns of echoes, where shadows danced along the walls and the air was thick with magic. Inside, the caverns were alive with illusions and trickery. Echoes of their own voices taunted them, trying to lead them astray. Yet Zephyra remained steadfast, her heart glowing with determination. Lyriel's keen senses guided them through the maze, and together they faced various challenges: fiery guardians, riddles of the ancient, and the haunting memories of their pasts. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, they reached the chamber of the Heartstone. In the center of the chamber stood a pedestal, bathed in ethereal light, and atop it rested the Heartstone, a gem of vibrant colors pulsating with energy. As Zephyra approached, she felt the power of the Heartstone resonate within her. She could sense its connection to the very essence of Vezara. Just as she reached out to claim it, a dark figure emerged from the shadows. It was Malakar, his eyes burning with malice. "I have returned, and this time I will take what is rightfully mine," he roared, filling the chamber with his dark energy. But Zephyra, fueled by the strength of her allies and the love of her homeland, stood her ground. "You will not succeed, Malakar. Vezara will not fall to your darkness." With a fierce battle cry, she unleashed a torrent of purple flames, and Lyriel took aim with her bow, firing arrows imbued with the magic of the forest. The clash of power echoed through the caverns as light battled dark. As the fight raged on, Zephyra reached the Heartstone. With a surge of courage, she grasped it tightly, feeling its warmth flow through her. In that moment, she became one with the Heartstone, her power amplified beyond imagination. With the Heartstone in her grasp, Zephyra felt an overwhelming surge of energy coursing through her veins. The radiant light of the gem illuminated the dark cavern, pushing back the shadows that Malakar summoned. Empowered and emboldened, she unleashed a wave of purple flames, infused with the Heartstone's magic. The flames danced like wildflowers in the wind, enveloping Malakar and igniting the very essence of the darkness that clung to him. "No!" he bellowed, panic flickering in his eyes as he attempted to shield himself. But Zephyra, now a beacon of light and strength, pressed on, channeling the Heartstone's energy into a blinding beam of light that pierced through the darkness. The force of her magic sent shockwaves through the cavern, causing the very walls to tremble. Malakar was caught in the heart of the light, his shadowy tendrils unraveling before the power of Zephyra's flames. The sorcerer's malevolent laughter turned to cries of despair as he was engulfed in the purifying fire, banished once more into the realm of shadows from which he had come. As the echoes of battle faded, Zephyra stood amidst the remnants of the struggle, her heart pounding with the thrill of victory. The Heartstone pulsed warmly in her claw, a reminder of the bond she shared with the lands she protected. Lyriel rushed to her side, her eyes wide with awe and relief. "You did it, Zephyra. You defeated him," Lyriel exclaimed, her voice filled with excitement. But Zephyra's gaze was fixed on the Heartstone, a sense of solemnity washing over her. "Together we did it," she replied, acknowledging the strength of their friendship and the unity of their purpose. "But we must ensure that such darkness never returns. The Heartstone's power must be safeguarded." With that, they decided to return to the Grove of Elders, where they could seek guidance on how to protect the Heartstone. As they emerged from the caverns, the sun broke through the clouds, casting a golden light over Vezara. The villagers of Zephyra awaited them, their faces filled with hope and gratitude. News of Zephyra's bravery and the defeat of Malachar spread like wildfire across the land. The villagers held a grand celebration, honoring their fierce purple dragon and her ally Lyriel. They feasted under the stars, sharing stories of valor and friendship, their laughter ringing through the night. In the days that followed, Zephyra and Lyriel worked closely with the elders to create a sanctuary for the Heartstone, ensuring its power would be protected from those who sought to misuse it. They built a hidden temple deep within the enchanted forest, where the Heartstone could rest, surrounded by the magic of the land and the love of its people. As the seasons changed, Zephyra continued to soar through the skies, her spirit unyielding, always watching over Vezara. She became a symbol of hope, a reminder that even in the face of darkness, courage and friendship could light the way. And though whispers of new challenges would always emerge, the bond forged between Zephyra and her allies strengthened the hearts of all who believed in the magic of their land. The fierce purple dragon knew that together they could face whatever trials lay ahead, for the spirit of Vezara lived on in each of them. With every beat of her wings, Zephyra embraced her role as guardian of Vezara, a fierce protector of peace, and the embodiment of the courage that dwelled in the hearts of those she loved. And so their story continued, woven into the very fabric of the realm, a tale of bravery, friendship, and the enduring magic of hope.